everyone. You may have noticed that in our 3D puzzle game, you can end up with your pieces completely out of view of the camera. And then if you click on something else, you completely lose it and you can't get it back without reloading the game. So that's a problem, and there's a pretty easy fix for that. Now I'm going to switch over to my game scene, and I'm looking specifically at the move and set script. All right, so I've just pasted this over to save a little bit of time. So this is at on ready, so it's available at the very start of the game. I'm making a variable specifically to access the camera. I can call this anything, but it is the camera, so I'm just going to call it camera. And the type is going to be a camera 3D. So for the path itself, if I'm in one of my game scenes, all I need to do is just drag the camera 3D over from the scene tree to the part of the script where I want the path, and that fills in the exact path that I need. And as long as the camera is at the same level in the scene tree, in the same location on all of those scenes, then it'll be able to use the same path without any problem. So I have my variable to access the camera, and I'm going to come down over to the part of the script that has move and collide, and I'm going to paste in a addition to the script. And now that that's pasted, I'm just going to tab my move and collide over one. So what this is going to do is it's going to limit the move and collide to when my target position is actually in view of the camera. So is position in frustum is it in view of the camera, which we have that variable for up at the top. So I've created a new local variable for the target position. It's a vector 3, and it's checking the global position, and it's adding to that the move direction. Now in this case, I'm multiplying the move direction, which is our earlier variable, and I'm multiplying that 3 just to add a little bit of margin. I could do that without it, so I'll show you both with and without so that you can see the difference. So I have my at on ready variable to access the camera. I have this new target position variable to check where is the piece going to be moving next. So it's just looking at that next location, and then is that next location in the view of the camera. If it is, then it's going to move and collide. So I'm going to preview the game, and now notice that my pieces can't get out of view. They are stuck within the camera view. Now notice that this one can't get all the way up to the edge. The position is based on the origin of the node, and so I added this little bit of margin here, and so you can play around with the number for this sort of margin or padding just to add a little bit of extra space around the edge. I'm just going to delete that and just add the move direction to the global position and preview again so you can see the difference. And now again, the pieces can't move entirely out of the camera view, so I can't completely lose them. And because I don't have that padding or that margin this time, I can get closer to being out of view, but it won't be entirely there. So because the origin is a little bit inward on each of these objects, I can get partially out of view, but I can never get completely out of view. And that's the part that's important because I can't lose these entirely. If this is something that bothers you, you can always add that margin like I had previously. Doesn't really matter which way. You can add that extra buffer space around the edge, or you can choose to have it without. So that's all you need to limit the pieces to the camera view.